Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I got another game for you between Socke and Dimaga. And yes, here we go. This time we are in Dimaga Caverns, and I think I'm feeling a little better. Last cast, I just said some weird crap. I don't know. I have no idea what is wrong with me. Oh, I also want to let you guys know, for those who don't or haven't looked at my Diablo 3 channel, I came out with a podcast yesterday, Diablocast. It was episode number 6, talking a lot about PvP in the game, so that's exciting. And then there's also a little lore series. And the only reason, lore isn't my biggest thing. It's not my forte, but I came out with it because there's really not a whole lot going on, so I figured I'd do that. So for those of you who like lore, that'd be something to check out. So yes, here we are, Dimaga Caverns, another PvZ, and again, this is another game between Dimaga and Socke. And Dimaga, pretty cool map, definitely pretty enjoyable, I would have to say. No idea what's going to happen. We did see Dimaga last game get just trolled basically by completely rolled over by Phoenix Harass early game, and that set him back so far that Socke was able to get a huge tech advantage. He got Colossus out very early, was able to saturate his expo. Gonna be a little more difficult to go for that early expand, that one gate Stargate expand like he did last game here on Dimaga, solely because it's on Jungle Basin it's very easy to protect that expansion as Protoss, and that's definitely something that I would say he abused last game. We can see Dimaga going to be doing that same style opening that he did last game, starting out with that extractor, then getting that spawning pool right after. And again, as I mentioned last game, it allows you to get that metabolic boost pretty much the second that spawning pool pops. So very early metabolic boost for your Zerglings, lets you take early map control. And yeah, that's definitely a pretty solid thing, I would have to say. Socke, obviously standard fare over here for him. We can see Dimaga spotting that expo. He wants to see what the heck's going on. You do want to be very careful as a Zerg player about any pylon placement behind the mineral line. Early cannon harassment can be very devastating, very difficult for you to deal with. We can see Socke, here comes that cybernetics core, bam, gonna drop that right away, and actually a little later than you'd kind of like to. Usually you want to get that the second that the gateway finishes, so just a tad bit late on that. I'm not going to say it's the worst of things. I think he'll survive, I would have to say. We can see right now going down, not for that expo, just going out with that scout right now. That's a little early for the expo. And Socke preparing to try to deny that expo, that obviously probe harassment, trying to basically pull back that the time in which the Zerg player can expand. Always going to be a good idea. Now we are expecting these 4 Zerglings to pop right now and go deal with that probe. So here they go. Going to go deal with that probe. We got that drone following right behind, and that of course is to drop that expo. So Zergling's going to try to take that down, and Socke didn't want to lose that, and he didn't deny anything at all. So there you have it. And Worker making its way on through. Nice work there by Dimaga. That was really awesome. He's going to get... Okay, I thought he might have been able to get a gas steal, but we do have that simulator up there already. So Dimaga making his way on in. That's very nice. He was able to pull his way right through Socke's front wall. That, of course, is going to force Socke to get the Stalker out earlier, to Chrono Boost that out, just to deal with it so we can get his next buildings down. We can see that second gateway right now, so going to be interested to see exactly what he intends on doing. Maybe going for a 2 or 3 gate robo. That is, of course, a possibility. He wouldn't be really going for a 4 gate. If he was, it'd be severely delayed, and I don't expect that. I don't think that's what is going to be happening. We can see Dimaga right now, another queen coming out. That will make its way on through. He's going to be dropping that creep tumor right now, moving that queen over, dropping that creep tumor. Or he's going right there, I guess, and then moving on down. And as soon as the hatchery pops, he should almost have enough energy to get that inject larva right away. You can see droning up incredibly hard, just sticking with his initial Zerglings. Metabolic boost, again, giving him a bit of map control. Stalker's coming on through, though. If he can get his Zerglings rallied up, he can actually probably deal with this. Zergling's moving through, getting a little bit of a surround right there. Next Zergling making his way on through. He needs to be careful to try to micro away. Zealot's going to be coming down to help the fight. I think the Stalker should make it away. We get that Sentry coming down too, so time for those Zerglings to head on back home. 2 of them lost in combat. Now we can see, again, Dimaga just droning up very hard. This is kind of standard Zerg play, You get your initial Zerglings just to stop any harassment at your expo, to try to get a little map control, grab those Dimaga towers. But then from there, you just drone. As long as you feel safe, as long as you don't expect a 4 gate, then you're all set. And it does look like Socke is going to be going for that 3 gate expand, Sentry heavy. Very strong, very effective build. Something that I personally like as playing Protoss. I think that's a really enjoyable build. We can see right now Dimaga has spotted that out, so he knows exactly what's going on. Now that's going to tell him, yeah, I'm going to feel pretty safe. You can see still droning up as a result, just continuing up that droning. He's not concerned at all about army. You can take a look. Dimaga right now has 0 army supply, but again, he's really not worried. He doesn't really need army right now. All he needs Am I looking at the right thing? Yes, I am. Just the one army supply right now, but all he needs is these spine crawlers and these queens. That's going to be enough for him to defend because he knows that fast expo came out. He knows he's really only dealing with a 3 gate. We can see right now that 4th gateway coming down. I wonder if Socke's actually going to go for that 6 gate push. Very effective, very strong Protoss build. Even if you can get that level 1 upgrade as well. We don't have a forge out right now, but there it is. So he might be going for that level 1 upgrade, going for that push. We can see trying to add some sort of wall, and there's that hallucination going out. We see it must have been a little lag there, but hallucinated Phoenix, excellent method of scouting as a Protoss player. Now taking a look in Dimaga's base, still just droning up, army account still at just the 1, using those solely for grabbing those Naga towers. He's going to be moving down that scout right now and checking. He's going to see that gateway and the forge. Oh, he didn't catch that robo though. So it looks like we're not going to be seeing that 6 gate push, but still definitely getting up this base. He's going to start to get that saturated right now. There's that transfer of workers going down, and this is going to be really solid for him. Dimaga needs to probably get on another base. He's going to want to start working. You can see right now spreading out that creep over there. So he is preparing for that expo. He's going to be getting those rocks down at some point in the near future. Preparing also to pump out some roaches. Again, he's going to use his creep spread and his vision of the map to just hold back on actually coming out with units until he feels like he needs them, until he feels that timing push is on the way. Again, continuing up right now, Socke is fully aware. He just spotted that roach warren, so he knows. Well, I mean, he should expect roaches anyways. And still a small army coming out for Socke. And Queen caught out of position. This thing is a goner. See you later. Force field's going down, and whoa, it make it. He made it! Holy hell! Nice work there, Queen. Made it with 2 HP. You need a transfuse or something, and I would not stand right there, although he does have vision, so he saw that the Protoss army wasn't making its way on through. So here we go, finally coming out with those 10 roaches. We can see that burrow, as well as that roach speed, and that level 1 upgrade coming out, and the carapace. So lots of upgrades, finally getting that army, and he's actually going to probably use those roaches initially to bust down these rocks and move out for that next expo. Now let's take a look over here at Socke. What is Socke doing? He's got that observer coming out. Here comes that level 1 upgrade, and actually Socke looking to expand as well. So Socke needs to be a little careful. He doesn't want to spread himself thin. We can see this robotics bait coming out, so those Colossus obviously will be coming out sometime shortly. And let's see what Dimaga has in store right now. He's got more roaches pumping out, continuing up that roach production. Look at all those overlords clumped up. That's pretty, visually, that's pretty cool. Nice little spikes and all sorts of fancy stuff going on. And actually, here we go, tunneling claws, and that burrow research has finished. So this is the same kind of, well, it's the exact same build that he used last game. He's going roach heavy, tunneling claws. I think in this game in particular, he's going to be in a much better position to utilize this build effectively. Last game, he was just so far behind, and dealing with Colossus was hard. But now I think he's going to have enough army supply that he should actually be okay. We take a look, 56 to the 35. So Dimaga actually in a commanding position right now, and he is going to be busting down the rocks at the high yield. And it looks like this is in fact where he's intending to go. So there you have it. Going to be moving straight to the high yield. We can see Socke. Yeah, here he goes, expoing himself over here. And I'm surprised I've managed to sound so excited because there's pretty much been jack squat going on so far this game. But yeah, Dimaga very roach heavy. 11 more roaches coming on through. Tunneling claws just about finished. Level 1 upgrade for those ranged attack and the armor are going to finish right now. So there you have it, guys. A nice roach-heavy build, and that's basically exclusively what he's going to be doing. We can see, of course, that there's no Hydras making their way on through. Here come the level 2 upgrades, level 2 Carapace. I do expect that level 2 ranged as soon as he gets enough Vespene to do so. Observer scouting out this this basically spotted expo for Dimaga. Dimaga, of course, hasn't dropped it, but there you go, finally dropping it. So we're going to see Socke is fully aware of that. Now, taking a look back in Socke's base, let's see what he's got going on. Let's take a look at that unit station. Just the one Colossus, trying to come out with some more, but he is supply blocked. Luckily, he just took care of that. We do have a ton more roaches coming out. Dimaga definitely in a very strong position right now. If he could push out, he could actually do very, very well. Keep in mind, though, Socke is sentry heavy. Remember how annoying it is to deal with those force fields. If you just heard a noise in the background, there was actually just an ATV that just went right by my apartment, so that's what that was. But anyways, Dimaga still in a strong position, very strong, very heavy roach count. Again, he just needs to be careful about those force fields. Wants to get in nice concave, and here we go. Here comes the push right now from Dimaga. Gonna be trying to move up close to the army, take out a few units. He gets a few free kills right there. Socke trying to force the engagement on this ramp. Dimaga, again, needs to be careful. He's gonna be going with those burrowed roaches. The observer is still there, but I don't think he's in as much trouble this game as he was last game because he has quite a few. Take a look at the army tab, still ahead right now, 102 to 63, and continuing up this roach push. There are just so many roaches on the board. He's going to be tearing through the gateway army here of Socke, and actually going to be trying to get up close to that Colossus, but no, the Colossus is pulling back. A bunch of burrowed guys over there. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Needs to be careful about that force field again, trying to cut his army in half, and taking heavy losses here to Dimaga, but still he just has so many units. He's able to tear through it and just muscle his way straight on through. And Dimaga's roaches are doing tremendous amounts of damage right now. They're going to be dropping these stalkers so very quickly, trying to get up close to that Colossus. Does want to try to target fire that down, and actually needs to be careful. Going up on the high ground, no, he doesn't get that extra start. There's the burrow, and he can actually make it away right now with that because the Observer is not within sight. We can see the Observer right over here, so nice harassment there by Dimaga. He took heavy losses, but you know what? He just had so many roaches, plus the fact that they were upgraded. Actually, let's take a quick gander at upgrades over here. Yeah, we do just have that one level 1 upgrade here from Socke for those weapons, but Dimaga definitely in a solid position in terms of upgrades. He's got 2-2 just about to pop, and with that, I'm expecting another timing push. Here we go. So moving out now at 2-2 upgrades. These roaches will be in just one moment, and there you have it. And this is a lot of roaches right now. 124 to 43 army supply. These roaches are going to have no problem dealing with what Socke has. Socke's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to be losing this Colossus very quick. Roaches continuing up this push right now, breaking down that gateway. There's just hardly any army here for Socke, and Socke not looking good at all right now. These roaches are just a little too much to handle, and yes, we can see Dimaga just again in a tremendous position in terms of army size, and he's just burning these roaches straight through the army, or whatever Socke has that he's breaking right through. And there we go. Socke does call the GG. So obviously this game, much different outcome from the last game between these two. Dimaga doing the same type of build, but this time not dealing with that early game delay from that Phoenix harass. And as a result, also Socke wasn't able to get his expo up quite as early as he did last game. He had to go for that 3-gate expand as opposed to that 1-gate, 1-Stargate expand. And you can see just how Roach Heavy worked very, very well for Dimaga. It seemed like consistently Socke was just drastically behind. And we saw that big engagement over here and trying to burrow roaches even with that Observer spotting them, but just because he had so many roaches, he was basically able to overpower Socke's army even with taking heavy losses while burrowed. So there you have it, guys. Game number 2 between Socke and Dimaga, and we'll be moving on to game number 3 in just one moment.